Welcome to part 14. I'm Arumba. Thanks for coming and watching the video. Where we just last left off, a very tremendous boon happened. Our good friend Dan got married. Incidentally, we also won the first war of the Lollard religion. But more importantly, Mayor Dan has found his love with Gurley. So let's just see where we're at. It's been a while since we've done the Republic thing. We've really just been mostly at war. Looks like we've got a lot of trade posts, doing pretty well there. Annual income about 300. Let's take a quick look, see how the other republics are doing, so we know if we're on track or not. Venice is making 390. We've got the Serene Republic of Genoa making 271, and then Pisa's 364. So we're actually behind. This prolonged war definitely cost us some time in the revenue department, but it was definitely worth it. Man, we're independent. Look at this. We have no liege tax. We do have family dues because our family is getting older. Fortunately, because we did take the celibate trait, we won't have too many kids. We're only going to have a couple people that drain from us. This is another one of those comments that I started to make that I forgot to actually complete. I mentioned in like 5 videos ago how it's actually not that bad to have a lot of family. It's more like a loan than it is lost revenue, because like let's say that we just never land our firstborn, who's ill at the moment. He's young, he'll be okay. But let's just say we never land him. You know, he's still got a lot of money. Look at all that money he has. Now, that came basically from the last 10 years of his life. We're paying him because he's part of our republic. If he were to die right now, he has no holdings, and his daughter's going to get the money. When she dies, she's not going to get anything because we're not going to give it in. The money's just going to come back up to us. So it's more like a loan than it is lost money. But there is that whole opportunity cost argument. The money is useful now. It's less useful in the future, just because what it can buy us now gives us a better lead. But we're going to try to keep the family small, and it feels just so good to be done with that war. So let's see where we're at as far as the Republic goes. Afstenkirka. We've got a child Guldsmeld. He's 14. Terrible stats. In fact, his family has got to be quite small. Yeah, it's just him. Look at that. That's so sad. Can you imagine that? Your entire family is missing. Does he have any uncles? No, he's the eldest male of his family. We should murder him. Let's murder him. Oh yeah, that's right. We were trying to kill somebody else. Prince Kieran. We'll put that on hold. We should murder this kid. Kids are very easy to murder because well, they're just so young, they have no stats, and the great thing is, since he has no family, when we kill him, then whatever, there's no one to be upset about it. And also what's interesting is that when he dies, his family is going to get replaced as a patrician. And there's 2 big things that will happen. First is that if he did have any money, it would essentially just disappear because there's no heir, there's no one for it to go to. It might come to us, and in fact I think it does come to us since we're the liege. But what ends up happening is, since his house is dead, and a republic always has to have 5 patricians in it, a new random patrician family would get spawned. And when they're spawned, they get 300 gold, so they can buy at least 1 trade post right away. But one thing, and this may have been an oversight by Paradox, is that all of our holdings start off with these 5 buildings. The new patrician family will start off with no upgrades. So it puts this family at a permanent disadvantage to us, which is great, because we need them to be a republic, but we also, well, the way I play, I don't want them to, it's my republic. It's always going to be mine. They can't have it, ever. Get off my lawn. Grumpy old man. So, oh yes, but we have to look at the rest of the families too. Hainham. Now, they've actually done well during this war. They've been buying a lot of trade posts. They actually have quite a few. Not nearly as many as we do, But compared to the other two families, they're the only one that's actually done well. In fact, when we look at this view, we can see here's our holdings and here's Hainham. So they've done all right. We're going to need to expand this away to a spot so we can start stealing from them again. Actually, they're sheltered on either side by Straben. So perhaps we can build here. No, he hates us because we stole his city. What about this side? How about you? We might be able to bribe him. He's not greedy, so the effect isn't as big. But it's only 34 gold to buy 47 opinion. So we might buy his opinion so that we can expand there and then start plotting these trade posts. Because we've got to secure... We should have all of them. They're mine. I consider them to be on loan to the other people. Okay, so we're going to murder the little kid. Now that we've released all of our mercenaries, we can get back to making good money. 20 gold a month. And let's see if we can... We definitely need to play wisely now. Now that we're on our own, we don't have the shelter of a liege. And despite the fact that we hate him, he's still... I mean, he's got 3,000 men. And he will declare war on us at some point. At least for right now, we have a truce, so we can't declare war on him. And he has a truce, so he can't declare war on us. It will end in 10 years. Now, as an AI, he absolutely, under no condition whatsoever, will ever break the truce. I have never seen it happen. Now, we, on the other hand, could very quickly just ignore the truce and attack him anyway. The problem with that is it costs us 100 prestige, which is essentially the prestige that you gain from winning a war. So it's not as big of a cost as it first sounds. When you're looking at it. You might look at it and think, God, I'm going to lose 100 prestige. That's a lot. I can't afford to do that. Well, every time you win a war, you get at least 100 prestige. So if you break a truce, you just have a net gain of 0, because it's not a very proper thing to do. More importantly is this minus 25 with all Catholic rulers, which is a lot of the world. So we're not going to break our truce. But conveniently, if he dies somehow, I can't imagine how that might happen, but if he did, then we could declare war on his son. Because we don't have a truce with the son, we have a truce with him. And you can always see the truce. The easiest way to see it, you right-click and you go to diplomacy. That's the easiest way to see truces. You can tell here that it's per character. We can go to his son, look at his. He has no truces. So it's actually easier, I think, to look at wars from the diplomacy screen than it is to look at wars from... than it is to look at them from here. Because you got to find the person. Okay, so success. We've killed the little boy. With the death of Asbjorn Guldsmed, finally we can get rid of that annoying name. The illustrious house Guldsmed has become extinct. And a new house has risen to the forefront of Gotlander politics under Patrician Philip of Rumby. Perfect, I can pronounce Rumby. There's his 300 gold. Damn it, he's ambitious. And he's Catholic. Oh, he's got a lot of diplomacy. Yeah, let's do that. Take advantage of him at least. Go work there. See if you can make that high chief like us. Yeah, it's actually his opinion that we need, not the guy I was looking at earlier. Sorry about that. His opinion doesn't matter. It's always the topmost person that you're planning on building the trade post in. High Chief Andiamo the First, which is him. Okay, so we've killed the little boy. Who else can we plot to kill? So Hainham shifts over 1. Yeah, let's kill you. Just because I don't like you. Steward of Hainham. That's weird. I thought they were dead. So you can see how repetitive this does get. It'd be nice if there was an invite all button. And again, you can't, there's no shortcut to click these buttons. There's no shortcut to click the like the invite to plot button. Call to arms from King of Russia. We request that you honor your obligation. Sure, we'll help you. Kind of. Moral support. See, like every time this pops up, I wish I could just press enter, but you can't. And I have not figured out how to bind it to a key. If I do, I will definitely release an update to let everyone know. But you have to click it, and you got to click it every single time with every single person. It's kind of redundant. And I can also find a way to turn it off. So if you know how, please let me know. So a lot of menus you can just disable by right-clicking. Like if I right-click, it doesn't do anything. Yes, yes, I know. I know you accept. I knew you would when I invited you. You wouldn't be invited to the party if you weren't willing to come. Okay, he's going to war. High Chief Verona of Sarima. He's trying to take over this county. I really don't want him to get that county. How much army do you have? Okay, who's ready for another war? That was quick. We're not going to declare a holy war because, actually, Lollard religion gains 1% moral authority. It doesn't really matter that much. We're going to declare war to seize Sarima, and we're going to try to win this war before he can, because I don't want him to get it. If he gets that, it's going to become a problem for us later. So much for taking a break from war, right? So we'll just very quickly swing over here. Looks like we have another grandson. 2 of them now. This one's not a genius. This one's coming along fantastically. Look at those stats. It's beautiful. Good work. Fantastic for Chancellor. Yeah, so he's at war with him, and so are we. We should be hostile to his armies, but are we? No. We're hostile to somebody. It doesn't really matter. We'll take this land before he can get here, and then his war will end inconclusively. Attacking Chief Faraka of Sarima in the Third Holy War for Livonia. Yes, it is. That's his target. Just gotta make sure. This is a game of constant war. Actually, because we're not hostile to him, there's his army. If he plans to try to siege it, then he's gonna help us. His army will actually increase the strength of our siege. That's funny. Alright, so Hafred. Oh yes, ooh, thank you. That reminds me. I remember I mentioned a while back that every now and then we're going to need to go through our court and see how these 2 buttons are the same now? I mentioned that a while ago. But we're going to need to go through our court and try to convert everyone. Because it's going to be a process converting the religion here. So we'll sort by opinion. And then we're looking for everyone should be red. They should all be Lollard. So you, convert. This is easy to forget to do. You know, you see those little blue lines, he's a patrician. I'm fine with them not being part of ours because that just makes it easy for everyone to plot against him. But everyone else, she's not actually directly part of our court. Everyone else we want to be part of our, not you, our little cult. I mean religion. My nephew. My nephew is not in our... Here, come stay with us. He's not in our court, so we can't demand it of him. But if I invite him to court, once he gets here, we could convert him. Yes, so we're part of a big war over here because of whatever he's got going on. But we could call him to our war, but he wouldn't really help us much because he's busy. You know, his war will take priority. Okay, so he's got better learning than our current guy, so he wants to replace our son. Do you have the ambition? You do. Yeah, go ahead, that's fine. And please convert our main province. And we've got revolt risk in almost every holding because of our heresy. Got great income now. Even with mercenaries, we're gaining money. See how he's got those little 2 gray tabs there? They're kind of hard to see, but that's his army trying to win his holy war. There's actually 6,000 sieging, even though we only have 2,400. So because we were here first, whichever military enters the province and begins the siege first, they will be the one that ends up holding it when the siege completes. If I were to click my army off for even just a split second, I would lose my first come, first serve right, and he would gain it. So I would have absolutely no chance of winning this war because when the siege is complete, he has possession and my war score is going to be 0 no matter what. So as long as we get there first, which is the advantage I knew we'd have with having boats, we're going to win, and he's actually going to help us do it. Yes, yes, kill him. Kill the Hanem. I thought we got rid of... No, it was Goldsmith. We didn't get rid of Hanem. That's why. Shall we allow this person that is another patrician to be the spy master? He likes us, so I don't think he'd plot against us. In fact, making him spy master would he would lose the -20 because he'd be appointed to council, and he'd gain 15 because we'd satisfy his ambition. So we'd actually gain 35, taking him to 73. Yeah, I'm okay with doing that for now. Fulfilled ambition. Oh, and plus more, 15 more because he's the spy master, so 93. Yeah, he's not going to hurt us. Yeah, we can stop him from leading troops and get him to... Do we want him to scheme? Yeah. Yeah, scheming's good. Oh. What happened? Oh, he died. That's sad. We were caught. Oh well. You can see how when you make sure that you have good relations with most people, it's like I can just go on these murderous rampages, and if you sort, I always sort by opinion, and you know, even the person that likes us the least because we're dishonorable is positive 28. So I basically have free reign to murder whoever I want. And let's educate you. Yeah, that's good. Whatever. Doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it does, but he had 50 opinion, and 70 is better than 50. This is such a fun game. If you haven't actually played it yet, I really encourage you to give it a shot. It's a great game to buy. It does feel kind of like Paradox is milking the releases. You know, it's like every couple months there's an expansion, and they're just slowly adding in features to the game that could have potentially been part of the game to begin with. But you know, like originally you couldn't play anything but Christian, and then they opened up Muslim, and now they've opened up Republics, and next is going to be the Pagans. But still, you compare it to a game like, I don't know, like an MMO like World of Warcraft or any of the other ones. They charge you $15 a month to play. Um, you know, you play a game like that for a year, and you've probably dumped $180 into the game, where this game is like 20, I think, during a Steam sale. And even if it's not, even if it's 40, and then you pay a little bit more for the expansions, you might spend 60 or 70 bucks. But like, I think I have like currently probably 200 or 300 hours of gameplay played. It's just, you get a lot of good gameplay out of this, and every game's different. So zealous Lawlord, good. Yes, our religion is the best. Everyone else is stupid. And who do you want to marry? Sure, whatever. Leave, get out of here. 100% war score. So when our war ends, let me give you an example here. So let's make him, since he's really important to us right now, let's make him a person of special interest. He's not as important as Mayor Dan, so we're not gonna put him above Mayor Dan. But by making him a person of special interest, we'll get more notifications about him. So when we end this war now, we should get a notification that his war ended inconclusively because that person, his target, became unlanded. So he can't declare a holy war on him because he doesn't have any land, because we have it. So now, that was a different type of war than the one that we've been doing. We've been stealing cities. That was a claim on the county because we owned part of it. We owned the city, and so we wanted the rest of it. So now we have the entire county. We've ruined the county as far as income goes, but that's okay. We didn't allow... let's just keep the mercenaries up for just a minute. We didn't allow him to get it, so... And it cost us almost nothing. And based on the size of his army, I'm wondering if he actually recruited mercenaries that he lost. He might have. Actually, no, it was about 6,000, so his 4,000 plus ours. Yeah, he didn't hire mercenaries. How much money does he have? He's losing money. No, he did. He did have mercenaries. Ah! That's so funny. We're ruining his world. Okay. Is there a trade post here? There is. Can't we plot to steal it? We can't. Let's just keep assassinating these families until they're all weak. Just weak and worthless. There's times that I play this game where I play with the intention of having strong vassals, which is a totally different way of playing, where you actually intentionally make your vassals strong so that they go on wars on their own and expand the realm automatically. That strategy does not work out very well in the Republic. It works out better, I think, for Muslims and for Christians, Christian rulers. Let's see. So we've won our war. We're killing people. Let me point out again. So this is the newest family. Notice how he has no things. He's got to build them all himself. You can see here that the base tax is only 10, where we have 12, and that's good. So not too much has really happened in this episode. I mean, we did declare another war. Mayor Dan's still doing well. And we've murdered a few people, which is, it's all in a day's work. At any point, we could convert back to the normal religion if things get really dire, as long as we're not zealous. So yeah, let's build a trade post there. That way in a year we can start plotting these takeovers one by one. And we'll try to get one over here next. Okay, so he is independent, hates our guts. Well, our guy's been doing pretty good with it. Let's try to get him on our side anyway. So, okay, well, we'll keep the mercenaries up for now, and we might do some rolling conquests again. But thanks again for tuning in, and I am definitely going to continue recording. I think I might even do another one or maybe two tonight. So if you're watching them live or like shortly after upload, then I appreciate it. And if there's anyone else you think might enjoy watching them, send them to the first episode. See if we can just get it out there. I like doing these. I have a lot of fun with it, and I just like as many people as possible to learn about the game and maybe learn some of the strategies that we're talking about and using. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.